Good morning, everyone. It's Friday.
Yay.
Ready to start that weekend. It's been a crazy week a little bit, and I'm excited because I'm tired.
Yeah, well, I'm actually excited because I have a really big weekend. My weekend is going to be centered around golf.
Of course.
I know. Well, usually
the last bit in, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, at our golf course, usually all the leagues are all done, and then I hardly play any golf in the fall. Well, this year they've started a new thing. There's a couples fall league on Friday nights, and so my husband and I compared our schedules. He really wanted to play in this with me, which is so sweet, you know, because he said our big dates are usually on the golf course, which I guess signals our stage in life right now. And so it was really awesome because we have it's a 5-week stretch of Friday nights, and we have every Friday night free. So I won't be going to any high school football games until the end of October, but we'll be able to play golf. And then I'm actually heading to Michigan State this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Jacqueline's in a big golf tournament there. So
Wow. Well, what's good is that the football game is not at Michigan State this weekend, so you don't have to contend with all the tailgaters.
Traffic. Yeah.
It's actually going to be, I'm
at Notre Dame.
kind of nervous about this. It's at Notre Dame. Notre Dame is coming off a real big heartbreaker loss. Very close to
Two
Michigan.
Disappointing losses. They're 0-2.
The week before, too, and so they're going to, I think, have this real big fighting Irish spirit. Well, the Sparties are just going to have to rise to the occasion. That's just what's going to happen.
That's just the way it is. Yeah, exactly.
They're going to be at home.
Are you feeling good about it?
I'm feeling pretty good, you know. I think that this is when Michigan State football does the best, when the expectations are low or when they're going in as an underdog, you know, that they end up performing. It's usually when they're supposed to win or something like that, that sometimes things don't go the way that Spartan fans want them.
Well, what U of M plays against Central this weekend?
Yes,
is that what it is?
So.
And so after such a huge high point last Saturday night, you'll just kind of be interesting. The Tigers lost last night. They were in the middle of a huge winning streak, and so they need one more game to win one more game, and they clinch their division.
They have all their best players sitting out now, resting up.
So. Ready to go. So anyway, I had the opportunity, you know, I'm glad you're planning to get a lot of rest this weekend because, you know, she's entering the last stages of waiting for this baby to come. And so as a result, I've actually been getting to do some really fun shoots that were earlier assigned to you. I got to go to Binder Park Zoo earlier this week. Yesterday, I went to Holland to a restaurant I had never ever visited, the Alpen Rose.
It's a great restaurant. It's been around for a while, you know. It's a German restaurant. But they have a lot of other stuff too. Well known on A Street in downtown Holland.
Oh yeah, just delicious food. I actually had the very best goulash I have ever tasted yesterday for lunch. And in this cold weather, you know, you're really kind of in the mood for those heartier, really hot soups. So anyway, but the executive chef was such a nice guy that when we left, Joy Walzak was there with me. He gave us 2 big trays of treats to bring back for all the staff members here. We shared them with our 8 West crew, and then also took them down to the newsroom for what was left over. And here's just a sampling.
What you can't see in this picture because it's from above is that these cookies are about 1 inch thick.
Oh, they're the biggest cookies. They're like a meal.
Huge. I took a little knife and actually took like a little bit. They're tiny little things. They're actually sized to be able to bite, the ones on the right there, and took a little bit of everyone. They're amazing, especially those cheesecakes with a big raspberry on top.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So delicious.
That was so generous.
Yeah, it was so wonderful. He said, you know, they were sad that you couldn't be there because I know you'd had your baby shower there when you were expecting Coco. And so it was really really fun for me to have a chance to visit there. But it's you know, they're counting down to Oktoberfest, and they have really big buffets planned with authentic German food and beer and wine for the month of October. So we were there to kind of preview that, and that story will be coming up at the end of the month.
It's just beautiful inside that restaurant, isn't it? And then they have their kind of like their bakery, pastry area in the front. So if you're just going in for coffee and something sweet, you can just check out that area. Yeah, really, really nice.
And the cafe, which is super nice because people, a lot of Hollanders who were stopping in there and grabbing lunch to go. Yeah. And then of course, then in the back area of the restaurant, they had the actual sit-down meals and a lunch buffet. So yeah, it was quite a treat. You know, I've been in West Michigan for so many years that it's almost hard for me to believe there are places that I'm visiting for the first time. But I'll be back, I promise.
That's what's nice about this area. We have so much to offer. And one of the offerings actually in town for the weekend is something that I took in last night with my family.
Oh.
My husband, Coco, and I. We went to the circus.
Good for you.
The Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus. I was actually driving along US 131 yesterday and saw the circus trains because that's where they kind of park and then they load up the animals and the equipment. The animals do their walk down to the arena because it's very close.
Right.
So I was excited all day. Last night, oh my goodness, opening night, it was really, really awesome. And I went to a circus over the summer, and nothing compares to the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus. It's at the Van Andel Arena. I snapped this picture. This is of the opening show where they have elephants coming out and almost all of the performers doing their opening number. It was amazing. And you talk about this. It is a real show with music, with lights, with all-out costumes.
Death-defying tricks.
Beautiful.
And the animals?
Like this. You know, it's kind of hard to see here, but those are tigers. It's a tiger cage.
Wow.
And so they had everything. You know, they had the elephants, and they had horses, and they have dogs, and they have tigers. This is a high wire act,
which I
one
love.
of my favorites.
You know, you wonder about that. Well, especially your favorite after you were able to actually climb on the high wire at the end. You freezer a couple years ago.
I really appreciate what they do because, I mean, they're on this wire, and then they're doing flips.
Right.
And at one time there was a man with a woman standing on his head. She was standing 1 foot on his head, balancing, and they were walking across. It was amazing. So there are shows. There's one tonight, 3 tomorrow, and one on Sunday too. If that's something that you can fit into your schedule, I highly recommend it.
And the tickets are actually really affordably priced this year. I noticed that they really have special family rates and everything.
Right.
So
depending on where you sit too.
yeah, it's like a Broadway show.
Yeah.